Ladies and gentlemen, the voice is a little shaky, but we are here to pod anyway. Folks, it's the Rico Report. It's the Buffalo Fanatics. We got some news for y'all. Injuries are starting to subside. We're starting to get a little healthier at the right time. Folks, let's tune in. It's the Buffalo Fanatics. It's the Rico Report. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try to give this a go. The voice is a little shaky. I was supposed to go potting yesterday. I was worse. Hopefully, y'all can bear with me and you guys can hear a little bit and we can get this thing rolling. Folks, welcome to another edition of the Rico Report. I don't sound like Z-Bob, but I'm damn near close. So, folks, this is going to be a short pod. I'm going to try to keep it together, but it seems as though we are getting healthy at the right time. It might not feel that way, but you're starting to see guys back at practice. You're starting to see guys like Mike Edwards back at practice. Like, listen, guys that we didn't think we'd get back at practice, starting to get back at practice and starting to getting on the sideline and getting some work in. So this is a good sign. DeMar Hamlin, Hammy's getting a little healthier. Cole Bishop, the one guy that we were super excited to see him get on the field and get in with the starters, he is starting to get healthy and getting into individual drills as we go. The one guy that I will say that might take some time is Trubisky. That could be tricky. Thus, the reason for signing Mr. Brown. So we went ahead and signed a contingency quarterback right now, and it's shaky in Buffalo at the position of quarterback, and that's why you can understand Coach McDermott is playing no jokes. He is not about to risk his starting quarterback, obviously, in that last Steelers game. And clearly, we didn't think Trubisky was going to get out of that one hurt, but here he is. So we got ourselves another quarterback now in Buffalo. And it's going to be between DiNucci gang, you know what I'm saying, Ben DiNucci, and obviously we got Anthony Brown coming through, former Raven. So former Oregon State quarterback, athletic, can sling the rock, has had some time in the league, but nothing to write home about. I mean, how much is he going to learn in such short time in this upcoming preseason game against the Panthers? So here we are sitting 2 to 3 weeks away from beginning of the season, and we're in this dilemma with the quarterback position. Not to worry. I mean, the main reason that the Bills will keep moving is obviously because of number 17. So we just have to get through this game healthy, get through this game with some kind of semblance of an offense, and hopefully we don't look as bad. But the one thing that I'm really, truly excited about is the guys that we thought that would take a little more time to get healthy and heal up are starting to present themselves. And it is really nice to have our safety, because that safety room was the biggest question mark. If you were wondering, where is there the place to worry the most, it was the safety room. So here's the deal. What we need to understand is this: practicing today, obviously we didn't see Mitch, we didn't see Valdez-Scantling. Obviously he's nursing that neck injury, which is a pretty brutal hit that he took. Hopefully he's back on track shortly, but he could be gone for several weeks. We don't know when he'll return. Curtis Samuel dealing with a turf toe. If you've ever had turf toe, never fun. So by the time that we get ramped up, ready to go, hopefully that toe injury subsides and he's able to perform, because we're going to need every bit of performance from every one of these receivers on the squad, especially with Valdez being receiver number 5, being hurt. So we're going to deal with, the top 4 receivers, with Mac Hollins being number 4. So obviously Travis Clayton, O-line, did get some work in. Quentin Morris is dealing with some injuries. Will Clapp, Matt Milano obviously out indefinitely. Balin Spector starting to get a little better, but he didn't practice either in DeMar Hamlin. So the biggest thing for me, and this is going to be short pod, but the biggest thing for me is this defense. The way that I feel this offense will have its struggles here and there. I feel it. It's not going to be as smooth. There's going to be some choppy moments. Yes, we have Josh Allen. We understand that. Josh Allen can be a big time player for us. We already know that he's been that countless times, but he's going to be leaning on others. He's going to be leaning on others to step in and step up. And Curtis Samuel is going to be one of the biggest pieces, but he's always known to have a little bit nagging injuries throughout his career. So we've already started with Curtis Samuel with that injury. So we're going to need him. We're going to need everything about him. Obviously, Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox are going to be a big aid to this offense, especially Josh Allen. But we're going to need every bit of this defense. And I go back to this defense to be healthy, because along the way, they've always found a way to sustain and carry us through in the regular season. We know that. Do we also know that they sometimes falter in the playoffs? We know that as well. But at the end of the day, we need these guys healthy. We need these guys on one page. And it seems that it's starting to get that way. So Cole Bishop returning, this is a huge piece. And obviously, Mike Edwards coming back, this is a huge piece. So this is huge. This is what we needed, something to hear that, okay, now we're trying to get the veteran guys back. Now we're trying to get the young buck back in. And now if they can get in, somehow, some way, and get this offense and this defense, this defensive scheme going, and they can understand it and truly just hurry up and get it, and so they can get into this game, this will be huge. Because I'll be real, I'm not as confident. I'm not gonna say I'm not confident in having Damar Hamlin. No disrespect, Damar Hamlin and Taylor Rapp going out there and starting and getting this game started for us. I don't like it. But some might say, well, are you comfortable with a rookie jumping in there that hasn't had any playing time, that hasn't had any training camp, as much training camp because he's been nursing an injury? How confident are you in that regard? Not so much. That's why I need Edwards to come in, that vet to come in. All right, I've been in this. I've seen this. I know where I'm supposed to be. Although I have been on the sideline, I'm hoping that he's taking his mental reps. So that way, when he's in there and he's in the game, you see a nice product on the field. And if you can, sneak in Cole Bishop in there, dude, we're golden. We're all right. Now, this doesn't. I'm not going to sit here and talk about, how the defense being totally healthy when we have some question marks at the linebacker position. And this is the big one for me. Pardon me with my voice here, folks. We're gonna try to make it. We're gonna try to get this through. So, Joe Adreessen, I know the conversation this whole week and the week prior was, will he make the 53? And it's a valid question. But I think we're past the whole will he make the 53. I think he's got a very strong chance of making this 53, damn near lock to make this 53. The question now becomes, does he start? And it's crazy to bring that up, but it's valid enough, because if they don't feel comfortable enough with Dorian Williams in coverage, Dorian Williams being in the right place at the right time and not looking confused on the field, then Adreessen could come in and really surprise a lot of people and forget about making the team, but he could be starting next to Terrell Bernard. Is that too much? Is that too crazy to actually have that as a conversation, a topic of conversation? Heck no, it's not. Because at the end of the day, what it comes down to is this: either you get it or you don't. It's really that simple. You get it or you don't. And I'm not saying that our guy Dorian Williams doesn't get it, because he can fly sideline to sideline. He can tackle. But in coverage, we're primarily in zone. We're going to be a primarily zone defense. In coverage, if you're looking confused and you trailing and you following where you're not supposed to follow, and you're leaving an open gap, an open zone, and you're abandoning your spot, this is where you become a liability. And I'm not ready to. Yes, we have to get over the fact that we lost Milano. And I'm not going to sit here and glaze all over Joe Adreessen. But if you look at that preseason game, there was no fear in that man. He was decisive. He knew where he was supposed to be. Does he have things that he's going to have to improve on? Absolutely. So not only is he in conversation to make this team, he is in conversation to start next to Bernard. And I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. And the fact that they truly trusted him to start last preseason. This isn't just even Coach Babbage was in an interview today. He's like, dude, he's got no reps. He hasn't got any reps, no reps whatsoever. And the moments that we do give him, he seizes the moment. So that tells me this guy, no moment's too big for him. There's no moment that's too big for him. And if he starts to look better, than Dorian Williams, and he's the better fit next to Terrell Bernard, as the guys start to heal up, Ulufushio starts to heal up, and Nick Moreau that's dealing with a groin injury that he's not ready to go just yet. Bro, you're looking at you're looking at Adreessen that could start this team, could start for this team. And it's not a far-fetched conversation to have. It really isn't. If you start looking, and what's going to solidify, and this is the big thing, because we can't put our, what's the saying? Can't put our eggs in a basket too quickly. But the biggest thing that Adreessen is going to have to prove, and it's always been my thing, and I'm sure I don't want to say it's my thing, but for me, when someone comes out and has a baller of a game, or someone comes out and has a fantastic, that plays his role and does well and does exactly what he's supposed to do and is an impact, let me see you do it again. Was it a fluke? Was the O-line for the Pittsburgh Steelers just complete ass? Because that's what Steelers fans are saying. Bro, y'all are gassing up. You guys are gassing up your defense like they did none. This O-line was absolutely trash. Now, whether they just want to make excuses or not, that could be the case. So what I need from Adreessen, what I need from this defense, more specifically Adreessen and Dorian Williams, is to show out in the next game. So offensively, we know we're banged up. We are banged up. So I'm not anticipating a whole lot, especially with obviously Josh Allen obviously not going to play. So this is going to be a big opportunity for someone like Jordan Adreessen. This is a big opportunity for a guy like Dorian Williams. And how much does he play? That's going to factor a whole lot. If they go ahead and put Joel Adreessen to start again, think about this. Pay attention to this scenario here. Joe Adreessen starts alongside Dorian Williams. All right. Because Terrell Bernard will probably get not a whole lot of play time, if any. So these two brothers are going to start. Dorian next to obviously Joe Adreessen. Joe Adreessen is continuing to make plays like he was before. Adreessen gets pulled. Dorian Williams stays in the game. To me, that tells you what you need to know for week one, at least in my opinion. So pay attention to how long these players play, who starts, who doesn't, how they enter these guys, and how long certain players play. Because that's going to be the biggest thing in this situation. So, hey, listen, man, this local kid, forget about him rooting for the Bills his whole life. Forget about him having his opportunity and seizing it. Bro, this guy's got an opportunity to start. So this preseason game coming up is going to be absolutely massive. So big shout out to Joe Adreessen on the game that he had before. Now he's got to build on it. It's all about building and seeing what it is. So which reporter asked the stupid question to Keon? I don't know what they asked Keon, but you guys might as well tell me in the chat. By the way, for those that are tuning in, folks, I need to drop something with you guys. I'm not sure if you guys have you guys seen it, have you not? But I'm gonna tell you right now, the Buffalo Fanatics and Autograph, we have partnered up to join forces. And if you guys have not downloaded the app, go ahead and download this app. This thing is dope. And the more you integrate and the more you interact with this app, the more fan points that you get. And this fan points allows you to not only get ticket prices, it allows you to get merch, it allows you to get all these things that are on this app. Go ahead and join and grab that app and join it. We've partnered up with these guys and our official sponsor, Autograph. So folks, don't disappoint. We've already had more than a dozen guys subscribe and have already joined this app. Please, everything that you need from Bill's content, articles, and from all your favorite podcasts are all on this app. Go ahead and join that, download that app, and get through it. So let's get right back into what to expect for this preseason game, because that's what it's going to come down to. So we just had big time. Let me get this this thing out of here because I have that background out. I got to get rid of it. So this past game, we saw some really good things happen. And the one thing that's going to stand out to me, that stood out to me tremendously, was the PFF grade. I actually enjoy and value the PFF grades that come out. I know some people don't want to talk about it, but I really do. But before I get there, we were talking about Joe Adreesen and what he brings to the table. Take a look at this, folks. So if you guys aren't familiar with Math Bomb does this this RAS score, the relative athletic score. All right. So this gives you every collegiate athlete and how they tested and scored during the combat. And if you look at Terrell Bernard, a draft pick, a high draft pick by the Bills, and you look at Joe Adreesen, the undrafted, right? The guy out of Buffalo, take a look at his score. He's got a 9.36 RAS score as opposed to Terrell Bernard's 9. That tells me this guy is athletic-ish. So you're not dropping off as an athlete. He's giving you what Terrell Bernard has been able to give you in an athletic way. So, bro, I'm telling you, this is not we're glazing this brother now because he's a new guy. It's a new thing. Forget about this new thing. Bro, what he showed you on the field, he's probably going to show it to you again come game day against the Carolina Panthers. So we need to see a big performance from Mr. Adreesen. And I know a lot of people are going to be paying attention to seeing what he does. So I'm looking forward to watching and dissecting, seeing can he duplicate what he was able to do last game. Now, Pittsburgh Steelers, different ball game. They're a solid squad. They run the ball well. They're physical. And he was able to be decisive, knife through, and do all the things that we anticipated a guy that's got a lot of experience to do. And he was in there. So should we temper or should we be as excited? And to me, I'm staying pumped and I'm staying excited because I want to see an encore from my guy, Joe Adreesen. And the one thing I got to say this. I don't know what it was, but I think the Bills Twitter posted his picture and the stat line. And he replied to it or he retweeted it by saying something to the nature of, you ain't never got to teach a dog how to hunt. Boy, when I saw that shit, you ain't never got to teach a dog how to hunt and how to feed and how to eat. Bro, yo, this boy might be ready. This boy has no fear. I don't know what part of Buffalo he from or he from Western New York. I don't know what parts, but whatever parts he grew up in, boy, that boy ready. That boy ready. You ain't never got to teach a dog how to hunt and eat. Boy, listen, I'm looking forward to him playing again. So big shout out to Joe Adreesen, and big shout out to the Bills, and big shout out to Bobby Babbage and the whole crew saying, you know what? He's earned this opportunity. Stick him in there. Let's see what he's got. And right now, we're reaping the benefits. And with Milano going down, which was a massive blow to the defense, just maybe, we have a glimmer of light in this Joe Adreesen addition to the team. Right now, ain't nobody sleeping on Dorian Williams. I want Dorian Williams to succeed. I want him to do well. I think we all want him to do well. And we can all get caught up in this whole Joe Adreesen situation. But listen, if he's doing what he's supposed to do, he's where he's supposed to be, he's making the right checks, why hold back? Get him on the field and put the best product on the field. That's what it comes down to. We always ask to put the best product on the field on the O-line. The same should go for the linebacking core. Until guys start to get healthy and get back on field, we are where we are. We are where we are. So big shout out to that. And I love the fact that I'm seeing him with a 9.36 score as opposed to Terrell Bernard's 9. How dope is that? That's super dope. So big shout out to them. Now, speaking of that linebacker position, who starts? Who's depth? How do we look at it? So if we're going to look at this squad and know that obviously Terrell Bernard is the top dog. He had a massive year last year. He's looking to make the same flash and splash this year. Dorian Williams should be the guy next to him. But this guy right here, Joe Adreesen, is going to be pushing for that. Balin Spector, although he's been injured and he hasn't been able to have an opportunity, is he on the bubble looking out? Does Deion Jones jump over him? What about Eddie Ulofushio? Eddie Ulofushio should be a lock to make the squad. We spent a high draft pick on him, high enough. So this could be your crew going into the 24-25 season. Are you confident with this until Matt Milano can come back? And we hope that he can come back in December, sometime December. Maybe sooner, maybe later. But December seems to be a time that we could see Mr. Matt Milano back. So how do we feel about this linebacking core? I'm going to tell you right now. The one thing that stands out to me when it comes to what McDermott and Babbage do for this defense is that they're always ready. They're always ready. There's not a moment that you see that this defense is not. I mean, if you go back to week 1 last year, low scoring game, absolutely low scoring game. And we sat there and toyed with the Jets. And when I by toying with the Jets, we're giving them the ball. Josh Allen was just giving it left, right, center. But the defense kept on locking in and making sure, albeit it wasn't obviously Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Nonetheless, when you give the ball away 14 times, it felt like that, 4 times, at one point, something's got to give. And obviously, near the end, it was a punt return that did us in. So at this point, I trust McDermott, and I trust what he's going to do with his defense. I trust Babbage, what he's going to do with his defense, and they're going to be ready. But could this be this is your 6 linebackers? Could this be the group? And hopefully, if everybody gets healthy, we'll be ready to go. So that being said, forgive me for my voice. I hope you guys are okay in hearing how I'm sounding. So I don't know if I'm pulling the Z-Bot sound off, but let's roll. My man Jeff King says, in every gray and stormy cloud, there's a hidden silver lining. The wise man recognizes and sees it. Well, listen, man, could Adreesen be that guy? Right? Tank Boldage says, hey, Adreesen, little Milano. We'll see. we will see, man. We will definitely see. So somebody asked, I guess, asked Keon a question. And I guess this was a question here. Keon said, when wasn't I Keon the football player? The reporter replied about him talking about the yellow jacket. Keon said, I don't care about a jacket. And they were the ones talking about it. All right. This is my next topic. I'm so glad you brought this up. All right. So Keon Coleman. I don't know if you guys remember, but at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the offseason, when we drafted Keon Coleman, and he had his first press conference, and everybody was loving Keon Coleman. He's so hilarious. He's funny. And the whole league was talking about how funny and how infectious, you know what I'm saying, Keon Coleman is going to be to Buffalo, and he's going to fit right in, right? The whole Macy's jacket just took the Buffalo media by storm. And then the poor guy asked for cookies, and now that's hilarious, right? They were just gassing this brother up to make him, you know what I mean, bigger than he is when he hasn't proven anything on the field. So I bring this up because the one thing I was saying was, Bills fans are nice to you now, bro. But when it comes time to playing football, all that jacket and cookie stuff is going to go out the window. They're going to be calling for your neck if you don't make the plays that we need you to make. Stephon Diggs felt it. I mean, Gabe Davis felt it. Dawson Knox feels it here and there. It's like it's something that, you know what I mean, these players will go through. And I hope that Keon Coleman has a strong enough mindset, and that he's focused, and that knows that your balls are going to be dropped here and there, because Bills fans can be nasty. They can be absolutely nasty, bro. And it can make you not appreciate Bills fans, because you're like, hold on, y'all were all over me and loving me, and then I drop a ball in a game, and you guys are calling for me already. Hey, I saw it coming. That's why I said, everybody temper your expectations. And I'm not walking anything back, because I even said it from the beginning. I personally feel that he'll have his struggles along the way. I think he'll come in strong near the end of the season. But if we're expecting early success and a massive success and a big impact from Keon Coleman right off the rip, I don't see it happening. Not because he's not capable. I don't think it's going to be able to transpire immediately. And he drops a football in a game, God forbid, bro, we on his ass. However, he should have caught that. I think he knows that. I think we all know that. But boy, some of the Bills fans are starting to get a little nasty. Towards our guy Keon Coleman, and I hope he's got thick enough skin to deal with this stuff, because not even just as a Bills fan, but as a fan altogether, if you don't perform for your squad, and we passed up on Xavier Worthy. You know what I'm saying? And Xavier Worthy starts to light things up, and he's making big plays, for Kansas City. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault. McBean, I say McBean because both those boys put their heads together and said, we don't need Xavier Worthy. We're going to go with the boy Keon Coleman, because he's got a big, wide wingspan, 6'4", 220-ish. He's going to be a red zone killer, and he very well may be. But we were just in the red zone, and he didn't catch that. You got to catch that. And if you don't make these plays, my brother, and your counterpart does in Kansas City, it's unfair to you. It is. But Bills fans won't care. They're going to get at your neck. They're going to get at McBean's neck. So I'm hoping that things play out the way they're supposed to play out, and we develop along the way. And Josh Allen works with him. And this is why I think this is why a lot of Bills fans were, I can understand why Bills fans were on his butt, on his behind when he dropped that football. And more specifically, where fans were a little disappointed that Josh Allen wasn't able to play. Because I tell you, although we understand why coach pulled Josh Allen, I was looking forward to seeing the starters play. I was looking forward to seeing Josh play with Keon. So now we got another week of preseason. Who knows how much Keon's going to play? Are they even going to pass the ball to Keon? Is it going to be any? This is the the unfortunate part that's not in the control of management, because injuries happen. But golly, man, it would have been something to see Josh and Keon go at it. And I know they got practice. I know they have all that. But when you got live bullets, you're going up against another team and they're locking you up. I want to see how he gets separation. I want to see how he has those contested catches in game. In game. So that's my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts on that? Are Bills fans being a little too harsh on Keon? Or are you more like, bro, you in the NFL, you getting paid millions, and your job is to catch the football, and you dropped it? Are those signs of things to come? Highly doubtful, because he's known to have great hands. He's not known for big time speed, but he will catch footballs. A lot of footballs from Josh Allen. So I guess it's just a matter of them getting together and making sure that we get something going. And don't forget to add in your obviously your Dalton Kincaids, your Curtis Samuel, and most importantly, your Khalil Shakirs, because I think Khalil Shakir is going to open a lot of things up for Keon Coleman. And it might sound harsh, but we got a big-time player in Khalil Shakir, And I hope that these guys get right back on track how they ended the season, and it just ramps up with it's Allen to Khalil. Khalil reception from Allen, and it's beautiful. And you sprinkle in a little Curtis Samuel, you get a little Dalton Kincaid, and his offense could be rolling again. It's all about everybody being healthy, and us putting the best product on the field. O-line. And the O-line's got to come in and do that. Let me get a couple questions in, because I told you I'm not going to stay on. That voice is a little hoarse, so I hope this doesn't sound as horrible as I think it sounds. But let's roll. Jeff King says Keon was being Keon. He didn't ask for it. You damn right he didn't. They just gave him the hype of a few sound bites, which again was just him being him. The press put that shit on him. He guaranteed nothing. He absolutely you're bang on. He guaranteed absolutely nothing. He guaranteed, actually, he did make a guarantee. I'm gonna be myself. I guarantee you that I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna go out there and do what I do and what's in my control. It's the media. The media will blow things up, and it was wholeheartedly to show him love, but that thing could backfire real quick. And right now, it's already started to backfire. So, are we going to even see Keon in this next game? And if we do, how much of it are we going to get? And who's throwing him the football? Is it Ben DiNucci or is it Anthony Brown? Who knows? Nobody knows, man. So we'll see how this all plays out. We'll see how this all plays out. And don't be surprised if he gets no playing time, and we just wait till week 1 against the Arizona Cardinals. That's just what it's going to be. Matthew C says, I don't think Adreessen can be compared to Milano. Milano can do pass coverage and run. Joe only did run fits. He also played MLB snaps, so that's a big difference. Although he played MLB snaps, I mean, linebacker's linebacker, bro. Linebacker. I mean, yes, there's middle linebacker and there's Mike linebacker, but you a linebacker, you're a linebacker, bro. So if you a dog, like you truly are a dog, it don't matter where they put you. You want me to play weak side? I'll play weak side, and I'll use my skill set in that regard. And he's as athletic, if not more athletic, than Terrell Bernard. And Terrell Bernard is excellent in coverage. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I know that Coach Babbage and Coach McDermott will have these guys in the right place at the right time. So I ain't tripping. I think it'll be just great. Just great. My man Dylan says, yo, Rico, man, you're getting me to believe. You should have never not believed, man. You should always believe, brother. You should always believe in the Bills, man, especially when you got number 17. So let me grab a couple questions from y'all, and I'm gonna get out of here because I really just wanted to touch on Adreesen, and I wanted to touch on Keon Coleman and how this upcoming preseason is gonna go. A lot of it is going to be a lot of depth pieces that are trying to solidify and make this squad. And it's gonna be interesting to watch. It's just the only thing I'm not interested or I'm not excited about is the fact that we have two quarterbacks that hardly know anything. I mean, you got one that doesn't know diddly squat, and you have one that's got 2 weeks in with the Bills. I mean, you better eat, sleep, and drink that playbook in order for us to actually have a look at what you're going to be able to do. So, Joe Brady, I don't know how you're going to get this brother prepared to throw the football because we cannot, throw this football, 10 times for the game and run it the rest of the time. Come on, man. We got something going. Speaking of PFF, though, I wanted to show this off. We had some PFF grades commit, and I'm glad to say that Greg Rousseau is going to have a massive year. I think Greg is going to have a stupid year, and I'm looking forward to it. So Greg was a PFF grade of 91, followed by my guy Ray Davis that had a really good bounce back game against the Steelers. First game was not great for anybody, but we already know what time it was with the Bears. Teron Johnson scored an 88, Ed Oliver with an 85, and followed by Christian Benford 86. Like, how lovely is that? You got, out of all the 5 that we have 4 of them being defensive players. Love every bit of it. I'm for it. As for Ray Davis in his run game, the 1-2 punch is going to be obviously James Cook, and Ray Davis. Ty Johnson will sprinkle in as a special teamer, and here and there we'll get some playing time. But it's going to be the Ray Davis and James Cook show. And I listen, I can't wait. Once we get in that red zone, pick your poison. And I just hope that these guys are on the same page, and this O-line really comes in and shows what they were able to show in game 2 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we start pushing guys around, and we go from there. But I'll tell you right now, man, I'm paying attention. I'm going to be very much paying attention to that left guard position. That left guard position with David Edwards, excuse me. We gotta pay attention to that left guard position. I'm not saying that it's shaky and it's up for grabs, but it could very well be, because Cedric Van Pran Granger is just waiting. He's waiting for his opportunity. He had a great PFF grade the first week. I didn't see his PFF grade for the second week, but I'm going to look into that. So could there be some switching up going on? Who knows, man? So this final game is going to tell us a lot on how this run game and this O-line, his protection is going to plan out. And listen, looking very much forward to seeing all of that. I got my man Scott says, do you think we can win the division with all this turnover and Josh not playing the preseason to have chemistry with Keon? This isn't the division is always up for grabs. Division is always up for grabs, and right now we 4 seasons deep in taking that thing. So it's just a matter of when we can get this thing popping. See, wifey's so good. She sees your boy struggling. She's like, yo, have some water. Have some water and clean up your voice a little bit. So, but yeah, man, there's a lot of things that we're gonna have to clean up. But for the most part, listen, man, once the season starts, once you're a gamer and you're in the mode, you're in the zone, ain't no switching up. You just know what time it is. You know what you're supposed to do. This is a good one. Tyler Bass. Tyler Bass went 4-7 in field goal again today in practice. Bro, he goes in the game and gives you 3 for 3. And you say his confidence, I was saying his confidence is building. He's doing what he needs to do. Kudos to Tyler Bass. He's starting to get over the hump. And then goes 4 for 7. Bro, I'm telling you right now, man, because of how these practices have been going and how he's been performing at these practices and not being, on the better side of his percentage, right? You sitting hitting 80 and high 70s, bro. That's not gonna cut it. That is absolutely not gonna cut it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Tyler Bass continues to be shaky and unreliable, bro, we're going to be going for it a lot on fourth down. We're going to be going for a lot on fourth down, man. And I don't want that. And you want to be able to have confidence in your kicker. You want to have confidence in your kicker. But Tyler Bass, bro, I don't know what's going on with this brother. I don't know if he just got too comfortable. I don't know if it's a matter of him getting paid. He got his money, so now he's chilling. Well, listen up, young buck. This NFL is not for long. And if this continues, I'm gonna tell you, man, they're gonna give you that Scott Norwood treatment. They're gonna give you that Scott Norwood treatment, and you don't want that. You definitely don't want that. So there's gonna be games on the line. This is already a tough schedule. It's already a tough schedule. And if we have to count on you to get these dubs, bro, we need him. We need him to come through. So unless we just become such a potent damn offense and we don't give an opportunity, all he is taking extra points. But that we know that's not the case, and that's not reality. But yo, I've been seeing this, and it's not cool. It's not cool at all, man. This 4 for 7 business, we ain't liking that. We ain't liking that whatsoever. Signified knows what's up, man. Thank you for that super chat. Last year proved we don't ever gotta worry about Miami. And until the Jets show me something, I'll never believe them. I mean, last year's last year. This year's this year. And it's different when you are the hunter, right? You got a little less to care. You don't, you know what I mean? You're not really focused too much on other things. You're hunting. You do whatever it takes to get your prey. Simple as that. We have been and will be yet again the hunted. So not only do you have to stay in that mind frame of being the hunter, but you're being hunted as well. Hard body hunted. So we've got to do everything we can to defend the throne, defend the dirt, and defend those titles because we want that fifth. And if we get that fifth, that gets us into the dance. And all it's about is getting into the dance. We needed to do that last year. We ripped off 6 wins in a row and to take down the Miami Dolphins to get in. It's winning in for the Miami Dolphins. And they couldn't even do that. So that's the thing. So for me, last year is last year, brother. This year is this year. There's some healthy guys. There's guys that are motivated. Tua got his contract. You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers is back. He's healthy. So, and that Jets defense is going to be, that Jets defense is going to be something else. So there's a lot on the line this season, especially in the AFC East, let alone the whole AFC conference. So we got to take care of business, take care of the division games, and the rest will take care of itself. We just got to stay healthy. That's it. That's all. So, folks, that's my time. That is my time. The more I go, the more this voice is going to fade. And I'm trying to bring as much back that I can. This cold hit me out of nowhere 2 or 3 days ago. So I gotta try to get this thing back. Or I'm just gonna be just like this. I mean, could you imagine if this is me and Bot on the show together? That'd be crazy. Let me get my guy, Jeff King, in here. We lost our entire defensive backfield. Yes, we have to fear for Miami. I hate to say it. Listen, man. It's never easy, man. It's never easy. We're always going to have to be in position to fend off guys that are coming, especially because they know we can't let the Bills win a 5th straight time, right? We can't be the Miami Dolphins that haven't got out of the division, won a playoff game in how many damn years? We can't be the Jets that haven't made the playoffs in how many years? So they've got their things that they're trying to get over. And we're sitting pretty at 4 division wins. Bro, they're coming for us. Heavy. And they're sick of the Bills. I'm telling you right now, The Bills is not even a hateable team. We're not a hateable team. Most people like the Bills. Ask Miami and ask the Jets if they like us. Heck no. They want nothing to do with the Bills. They want everything to fail with the Bills. And that's exactly what they're going to try to aim for. So, yeah, we got to fend these brothers off. We absolutely got to fend them off. 100%. So, like my man Jeff King said, we cannot, think that they're not going to come for us and knock us off our block. That's definitely going to happen. My man Hallboy says, yo, nice seeing my guy live for once. Love the channel all the way from West Virginia. What's up, bro? Well, listen, I wish I was in better state, but here I am. What's up, Jess? Jess says, Sean and Brandon are out there effing minds. Keep them old dorks away from the talent. We've been nice to you for 6 years. Party is over. Real Buffalo back. All right, Jessica Frazier. All right, girl. But listen, man. Listen, that's my time. I appreciate y'all. And I got to get out of here. I got to get back with the fam. And I got a whole lot of family here. My sister is visiting from Alabama. So I got to go back and hang out. And this is like, I get family to come over, and this is the state that I'm in. You know what I mean? It could be worse. It could be worse. Thank God that it's just this, right? So that's it for me, folks. You guys have yourself a pleasant evening. And don't forget, go ahead and download that app.
Buffalo
Listen,
Fanatics.
I don't know if I told you guys. Go ahead and download that app, Autograph. Get on it. Everything Bills related is there from all your favorite podcasts. You don't got to go anywhere else, but right there, Autograph. Download that and use the code Buffalo Fanatics. It's simple. The link will be in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rico. It's the Buffalo Fanatics. It's the Rico Report. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. And it's your boy, and I'm gone. Y'all have a great evening. We'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace.
Like West Hurt. Other teams can't, it's a repo. The opponents gotta call up Triple O. Bills Mafia, we heating up, we too electrical. We got Bean the Plug, electric show. We wired up, hit up Rico, he fired up. We know where we stand on the power rankings. Other teams fans in the comments hating, we block them all. We protecting Josh. Salute to him, he the general now. Rico got legends for interviews. How the Buffalo Bills got the best fan base. Away games, red, white, blue in the crowd. Hey, I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Play good, be humble. Number 17, the captain. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic.